Okay, so let's start with the event, and I want you guys to grab your copies and pen in 10 seconds. You guys have 10 seconds, so just run and get your copy and pen because we are going to be working in our copy and pen plus in our Figma, and also you guys must have one copy and one pen with you all. So welcome to UI designing world. Today you will be making your first ever project. So grab your copy and pen and let's start with full energy. Okay. So now we'll begin with my introduction, like who I am actually. So basically, I'm a YouTuber and I'm a blogger. Introduction is done, and now basically, let me introduce guys that there are 5 levels in this whole event, and today we'll be starting with the level 1, in which we'll be learning about the basic knowledge of UI, like what is UI and why UI designers are needed. We'll be having several examples for it too. So should we start with the level 1? If yes, then type yes in the chat box. Let's start with our level 1. So first we'll be talking about that what is UI. Basically UI is how people interact with digital things like apps. It's buttons, screens and how they work together. Right? Let's take a small example for it. Let's take an example of Instagram. Here we can see that there are many of the buttons like edit profile, promotions, ad shops, insights, email. You can see in the image, right? We have many of the buttons, we have many of the images, right? Which defines that this is the image, which defines that this is the button, right? So this is UI, right? Let's take one more example. These things are done by the UI designers. They create these wonderful designs by their own mind and creativity, and to make it actually work, the web developers code the same design that they get from the designers. UI designers make things look good. Web developers use their designs to build working websites and apps. Correct? Now we'll be talking about that why UI designers are actually needed. So we'll take a small example for it, correct? So let's suppose that I already have my coffee brand called Coffee Crafters for 2 years, right? But now I want to make a website for my brand and I don't know how to make it, right? So I'll hire UI designers and web developers to design my website and then make it actually work and present my website to the real world so they can order coffee, they can view our brand, right? So the work of a UI designers is to create a design, and the work of a web developer is to take the design from the UI designer and actually code it to the real world. UI designer, to be a UI designer, there is no need of code. Like there is zero coding in UI designing. Just understand this. We just have to design the website, right? Now basically there are 5 parts, there are 5 levels in it. So in the level 4 there is a quiz round for all of you, and the rule for the quiz round is that if you guys answer the questions, like first I'm gonna ask, for example I'm asking what is the full form of UI. So the first person who's gonna answer in the chat box user interface is gonna get the point, right? So there are 10 questions in the level 4, which is quiz round. So you guys have to listen everything carefully and just understand everything carefully. If you have any doubts, any queries, you can ask me in the chat box so I can ask any question. So what does UI stands for? Okay, user interface. Just learn and understand that UI stands for user interface, which is called the full form of it, right? User interface means the user, how user interacts with your website, right? So now the main thing, the normal thing, which is what is the role of UI? UI makes apps easy to use. So first thing is the app should be easy to use. Like Instagram's icons for liking, right? We have the heart shape to like the post of anybody's, right? Right? UI helps users interact smoothly. It should be smoothly, it should not be so rough, right? Like a friendly guide, right? It should be a friendly guide for all age groups. It is very important to be a friendly guide for all age groups, right? Now, we are completely done with our level 1, which was quite fun. Let's start with our level 2. And in the level 2, we'll be doing we'll be understanding the basic tools of Figma and what is Figma, right? So let's start. So first we'll be doing the introduction with Figma. Like what is Figma? So basically Figma is a user friendly design tool for creating websites and applications collaboratively online. No coding needed. Just understand there is no coding needed in UI designing. Figma is the common tool. Just understand that the common tool of UI designing, website designing is Figma. There are a lot of tools like Adobe XD, but for a beginner and for a advanced level, the common tool and the creative tool will be Figma. So at last we have to use Figma as a beginner, and as an advanced level also we can use it, right? So now there are total 12 basic tools in Figma. So first we'll be learning the basic tool 1. Now I want every one of you to sign up to figma.com. You will be having a screen. You have to click on the button design file. Don't okay. First you have to sign up to figma.com. If you have already made your account in figma.com, then type yes in the chat box if you have already made your account in figma.com, right? Let me see who has already made their accounts in figma.com. Roha is saying yes. Shawez is saying yes. Figma.com. Make your account in Figma.com. Sign up in Figma.com. Okay, 3 people are saying yes. Now, after you sign up in Figma.com, you will be having a screen. You have to click on the button design file. Okay, we'll be having this blue color button. If you can see my pointer, my mouse pointer, if you can see, there is a blue button, right? You have to click on design file so that your new um, design file will be open. Are you guys done with clicking on design file, yes or no? So after you sign up and click on design file, you have to now let's start with the basic tool 2, which is also one of the most important tools, right? So the basic tool 2 says that give the title of your choice, like I am giving it as first project, right? You will be having that untitled project drafts and all. You have to name it to your first project. You can name it anything, your name, your age, your standard. You can name it anything, but for a better uh, reminder, you can write here first project. Open figma.com, make your account in figma.com, click on design file and give the title to my first project. Now we'll jump to the level basic tool 3 actually. Now we'll learn the frames in Figma. Click on the icon which is selected. Now you have to click on this icon, like two vertical line and two horizontal lines. You have to click on that. Are you guys done with clicking on that? And select frames, right? And also the shortcut key to select frames is F, right? F is the shortcut key to select frames. So after clicking to frames, we have the basic tool 4, which is when you click on frame, in the right side you will be getting this section to choose which frame you want, right? We will choose the desktop button. for now, correct? When you'll click on desktop button, you'll be having a plain white box. Did you get a plain white box? Yes or no? Are you guys done with the basic tool 4? Did you get the white box? Hopefully everybody got a white box if you click on desktop, right? Now the basic tool 5 we'll be talking about is, now you will be introduced with the shapes in Figma. We have the basic shapes like rectangle, line, arrow, circle, polygon, star, and a lot of them. Right, you can place an image or video also, but let me tell you guys that the shortcut key to select a rectangle is R. The shortcut key to select a line is L. The shortcut key to select an arrow is Shift plus L. The shortcut key to select a circle is O. Correct? Okay. So you have to remember all of these. Any questions can be asked in the quiz round. So I want everybody to listen carefully and understand what I'm saying. Right? Now the basic tool 6. Okay. We'll be talking about the basic tool 6. So now you'll be introduced about text in Figma. Right? So you have to click the button. You have to press the button T, and then you will be having a text box with you, and you can write anything in it. Let me show you guys. First we'll click on design file, right? And then we'll give a title to my very first project, right? We can give it like anything we want. Any name could be given, correct? We are done with giving the title. Now we'll click here and we'll select frames, and to select the frame, the shortcut key to select the frame is F, and we'll be having this uh, all the frames button like MacBook Air, desktop, wireframe, TV, but for now we'll choose desktop, and we are having a small or a big desktop with us. We can zoom in or zoom out. Right, we have this desktop. Now let's go with the shapes. We have rectangle, we have line, we have arrow, we have circle, we have polygon, we have star. So let's select a rectangle by clicking R here. We have a rectangle by 100 by 100 width and height. Basically this is the width of the rectangle, and this is the height of the rectangle, and this is the color, right? Okay, so firstly let's go with the text. I have this text box with me. I'm gonna write my name. Okay, I'm gonna select it, and I am going to increase the size. First I have selected this text, and here is the option to increase the text size. I've increased it to 40. We can increase it to 96 also. And also, let me tell you guys that the default font family of the Figma file text is Inter. Right here we have Inter with us, which is the default font family, or we can say font style. We can change it to anything like Iceland Moments. We can change it to Irish Grover. We can change it to Item. We can change it to like anything we want. We can change it, but the default font family, the default means the like if we open our Figma file and type text, then the default will be Enter, right? There is no Arial font family. We have this, right? And now to bold the text, we'll click here, and this will be bold. To make the text light italic, we can click here. We have all the options with us, right? We have this middle, left, and right. Okay, and also let me tell you guys that the default width and height of a desktop is 1440 as width and 1024 as height. You have to remember, any questions can be asked in the quiz session. So the default width of the desktop is 1440 and the default height is 1024. Correct? Are you guys cleared with it? Yes or no? Now the basic tool 7 we'll be talking about is the width and height in Figma. Basically the width is 1440 of the desktop I'm talking, and the height is 1024, which I'm talking that this is the default width and height. You have to remember this so that you can be asked in the quiz session, right? The basic tool 8 we'll be talking about is the top and bottom in Figma, right? Basically the X and the Y. You have, I think you have learned the X axis and the Y axis in your school, right? So just tell me, what is X axis? Is it horizontal or is it vertical? How to change default? Okay, so basically if you want to change default, then you have to go to the width option, W option, and type your number, whatever number you want, right? It's super easy. And just tell me, what is X axis? Is it horizontal or is it vertical? What is X axis? Is it horizontal or vertical? Tell me. Okay. Shawways is saying that it is horizontal. Are you sure about that? Anybody else? Is X axis is a horizontal or a vertical? Tell me fast. Okay. Now, most answers are horizontal. Of course, it is horizontal. And the y-axis is vertical. Okay, let me type X is horizontal. Okay, Praveen has written correctly. Very nice. Everybody well and good. If you want to just go to your Figma file and check your X and Y and type anything in that X and Y, and you will notice the changes you got, right? I'm giving you 2 minutes. Just go and check in your Figma file with the X and Y. Okay. Now the basic tool 9 would be the rotation and corner radius. Okay, ignore this X and Y. This is the before one. Okay, let me show you guys what is rotation and what is corner radius in Figma. Now we'll be discussing about the corner radius and the rotation part. So I'm gonna select a rectangle. I'm gonna make a rectangle, right? And here is the rotation. I'm gonna select 50-degree for rotation, and now and see, this is rotated, and I'm gonna select 30 for corner radius. The corners will be curved, right? If I'm gonna select 100, then the corners will be totally curved, right? This is the difference between the rotation and the corner radius. We have the screen with us. We are completely done with our basic tool 9. Now the basic tool 10, which is a fun part, which is to fill color in background. Basically, the rectangle that we created for the rotation and for the corner radius, we have to fill the color. I want everybody to type your favorite color in the chat box. Fast. I want everybody to type their favorite colors in the chat box. Okay, Alam is saying blue. So, Alam, you have to go to the Figma file and select the rectangle that you created and click on the fill option and select the blue color, right? Okay. Roha is saying orange, Shawes is saying red, Praveen is saying blue. So everybody select the fill option by selecting the rectangle and choose your favorite color and see the color will be filled. Okay. If you are done with it, type done in the chat box. Okay, Alam is done. Very nice. Now we'll be starting with our basic tool 11. Roha is done. Well and good. Now basic tool 11 says that how strokes works in Figma. I have to show this to you guys, right? I'm gonna share my screen to you all. This is the rectangle and I am going to select yellow color. Let's say, see, this is the yellow color we got. And the strokes that I was talking about, let me show you. The shortcut key of selecting a line is L. So I'm gonna write L and my line will be selected. I'm creating a line and I will be, this is the stroke. See, this is the stroke button and this is the default which is selected one. I'm gonna do it for, let's say, 10, right? And the stroke will be thicker and thicker, right? See, we got the stroke very thick from before, correct? Now it's time to learn the basic tool 12 in Figma, which is the drop shadow in Figma. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show my Figma file to you all, which is drop shadow. Basically, the rectangle that we made just now, select that rectangle, right? I've selected my rectangle with you all. Okay, select that rectangle and go to the effects option, and here we can see the drop shadow button, and we are going to click on this sun icon, which is effect settings. This is a drop shadow. What we can do is 54 x axis that we learned just now, top and bottom, 50 for y axis, and blur for 100, and the color we can choose is red, correct? Let's go with 50, right? Okay, we have the drop shadow with us, which looks like a 3D rectangle that we made just now. Are you cleared with drop shadow, everyone? We have one more thing, which is layer blur, right? This is the layer blur option, which which is like totally blur, right? We have the inner shadow as well. See, if we just select the inner shadow, it comes like a inner shadow. Okay, alam is done very nice, like most answers everybody is giving most answers very nice. So we are completely done with our level 2. Now we will be starting with our real world projects. We have introduced about Figma, we have introduced you guys to the UI, what is UI and all. So we are completely done with our level 2. Now we will be starting with our level 3, which is also most important. So now that you have your copy and your pen, you guys have to do what I'm doing right now. Okay, just a minute. Okay, so the first thing is wireframe, right? In the level 3 we will be talking about the wireframe. Now let me introduce you guys with wireframe. What is wireframe? Basically, wireframe is the structure. Today obviously we are going to be making our first ever project, right? So wireframe is the structure that we are going to be making for our today's project, right? To make the wireframe, what we can do is we can grab our copies and pens, so that we can create the structure of the website. We can create a blueprint for our website, where the image will be there, where the logo will be there. So in your copy, you have to select, you have in your copy, make a circle and write logo in the book, right? In your book, write the logo and create a circle with the pen, right? Are you guys done with it? Are you guys done with creating a circle and writing logo? Great, right? Now the second thing is the nav bar. Now we'll draw some structure to define it's a nav bar. Now many of you would be wondering that what is nav bar. So basically, example, if you visit any website, like my coffee crafters website, okay, any website, then you will be having the home section, you'll be having the about us section, you'll be having the features section, you'll be having the menu section, you'll be having many sections. So this is the nav bar. Okay, create 5 little boxes and rectangles to create the nav bar. Are you guys done with it? Yes or no? Okay, so the third thing, now we'll draw some structure to define it's a hero's title. Now what is hero title? Basically, if my brand sells coffee, so of course in my website I'm gonna write coffee, or we can say coffee makes mood, or we can say we sell coffee, we sell the best coffee in your area, right? Which is called hero title. Okay, which is called hero title example, or you can say hero title, right? Are you guys done with creating these kind of lines so that you can know that it's a hero title? Now, the fourth thing is we'll draw some structure to define it's a hero subtitle, right? We'll write some text here, hero subtitle, right? And the next thing we are going to be doing is creating a button. Now we'll draw some structure to define it's a button, right? Here's the button we got. You have to draw everything that I'm showing you guys, of course. Are you guys done with the are you guys done with creating the structure till now? Yes or no? Fast, everyone. Are you guys done with the hero title, hero subtitle, button, logo, nav bar? Normally create in your book, right? Now we'll draw some structure to define it's an image. Draw a rectangle and in that rectangle write image like I have done here, right? So we are completely done with our home page. Basically, this was the final look of the home page. This is the final look of our home page, correct? Today we'll be making the whole website, right? Home page, about us page, services, testimonials, and all. So we are just completed with the first part of it, right? Now, here is the look that I made in my book, right? We have the things that I made. Hopefully, it will be similar from you. So now the second part. In the second part, we have the about us example. Do the same things like I'm showing you guys. Do the same thing that I have done. Make the about us section that I have made similarly, right? Okay. Now we have the view price button. Create a button and write view price in the button, and make arrows and write button so that later when you see your wireframe, your structure, you can know that this is a button, this is a hero title, right? This will be the about us section. And then after making the about us section and the home page, we'll be having our third section, which is testimonials. For example, I sell coffee, right? Example, I have a big brand of coffee and I have my own website. I want to make my own website. Then the website designer is doing this. Example, you visited my you visited my shop and tasted my coffee, and then you will be having and you will be giving the review of my, like, how was the coffee. So I'll put that review in the testimonials. So write testimonials with big handwriting, and below that write testimonials description. And after that, you have to make three boxes, and in these three boxes what we'll do is we'll put your reviews, that how was my coffee, right? So, are you guys done with making the third section? Now we'll start with the fourth section, which is the final section, which is contact us section. If you want to order something, if you want to message us something, if you want to give review to us, then you must contact with us, right? We are done with three sections. Now we'll be making the fourth section. I want everybody to do fast. Now the contact us page should be like this. I'm giving you 2 minutes. Just do fast. Right? Contact us. Right? Send us a message. Like, make these kind of boxes. This is called wireframing. Remember, anything can be asked in the quiz section. So I want everybody to do faster and faster. Correct? Are you guys done with the contact us page? Make it quickly and make it neat and clean. Right? Don't do it anything. You must know what you are making. You must make arrows and make it beautiful. Right? So you can show everybody, your friends and the people, that you made a wireframe. You can share it on Twitter. So just quickly make the fourth section, which is the contact us section. Now, after making the contact us page, make a small box below it and write copyright 2022, all rights reserved and all. Just type anything. Finally, we'll type in our final project, right? We are completely done with our level 3, which is to make the wireframe, correct? Now we will be starting with our level 4, which is the fun round, and that is the quiz round. Are you guys ready for the quiz round? Yes or no? Now, how to win in the level 4? I'll ask you guys a simple question about what we have learned till now. The person who will answer the question first in the chat box will win the point. There will be 10 questions. Are you guys ready to win this quiz round? Yes? Okay. So the first question is coming up. What does UI stands for? Full form of it. What's the full form of it? Let's see who answers first. Okay, four people have answered. The first person who answered is Alam. Very nice. This point goes to Alam. Of course, it is user interface. Everybody answered correctly. Just Alam answered first, so this point will go to Alam. The next question is, which software tool is commonly used for creating user interfaces? Okay, Shawez has answered first, so this point goes to Shawez. Very nice. So the answer is Figma, of course. The third question, what is the common shape used in UI design? Of course, it's rectangle, right? So the first person, okay, so let me tell you guys, you cannot write R in the chat box. This is not allowed. You cannot write A, B, C, D or 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to write the whole answer, right? So the first person who answered the full we can say the word is Chavez. Again, Chavez got 2 points. It is rectangle, right? The fourth question, in Figma, what tool is used to draw basic shapes like rectangles and circles? Let's see who answered first. Okay, once again it's let's see who is this. Once again it's Chavez. Okay, we have like everybody's answering very well and very quickly, which is quite impressive. We have the shape tool as our answer. What do you call the process of drawing a structure that we made just now? Let's see. What do you call the process of drawing the structure that we made just now? The first person who answered is Alam. Very nice. Question number 6, which is, what do you call the place where you put your text in a design? What do you call the place where you put your text in the design? Okay, so the first person who answered this is Praveen. Very nice. Well and good. Praveen has secured 1 point. Very nice. It is called the text box. Okay. Then we have question number 7, and that is, what is the default font family in Figma when you write a piece of text, right? It is not Arial. Chavez has answered quickly, which is Inter. I have told you like 2 to 3 times that it's not Arial, it's Inter. Inter is the default font family, right? It's Inter, correct? Okay. What is the default width and height of the desktop in Figma? I want everybody to write full answers. First person who answered is Alam. Very nice. Remember your points, okay? I'm not counting the points. You guys have to remember your points, right? It is 1440 width as a width and 1024 as the height. What is the shortcut to choose frames? Let's see who answered first. Chavez has answered first. Very nice. Then now the last question is coming up. I want everybody to pay attention in the last question, which is for 2 points. Let's see who answered the last questions and win this quiz round. What is the shortcut to choose rectangle? This is for 2 points. Everybody. Okay, the first person who answered is Chavez once again. So I think after Chavez it's Praveen, and then it's Roha, and then it's Manju Nath, and then let's see who is there. 4 people have answered. The first person who answered is Chavez. Very nice, well and good. So the winner of this quiz round is Chavez. Very nice and well played. Everybody is the winner of this quiz round. Just that you guys paid attention and written all the answers correctly. There was just a mistake in the font family. Just understand the default font family is Inter, right? So, guys, we are completely done with our level 4, and now only the last level is left, which is the like which is the best level, and that is to make the real project, right? So, what we can do is we'll start with the level 5 of this event. So, are you guys ready? If yes, then type level 5 in the chat box so that I can know that we should start the level 5. Let's start with the level 5, which is the most fun round of this event. Here is our final project that we are going to be making, right? So, I've made a step by step guide for you, right? So, so you will be having this kind of big screen. Now, what we'll do is first we will draw the wireframe, which we have already done. Great. Now, background color for the desktop. Let me copy this for you. You guys have to just a minute. Okay, so Chavez is asking why not to choose mobile frame. Okay, so basically we are making the website design in our desktop, right? We are not making as a mobile design. First, for a beginner, as a beginner, you guys have to practice as the desktop design so that you will be having more space in it. And after to make it responsive, you guys have to use your own mind. Like if you want to make all the things in mobile design, you can go with your own mind. You have the design, you have the colors, you have the spacing and all. First, as a beginner, you have to choose the desktop, correct? So here I have pasted the color of the I have pasted the background color of our desktop. Are you guys done with filling the background color of the desktop? Yes or no? Answers. Alam is saying yes. Well and good. Roha is saying yes. Now what we'll do is is the next step we have is after setting the background color, we will set the grid layout. Now you guys might wonder that what is grid. Of course, grid is not we have learned till now. So now you'll be learning what is grid, which is a very fun tool and very useful. So first you guys have to go to the layout grid option that you will be having in your after selecting the desktop that we made just now. You will be having this layout grid option. After selecting the layout grid option, select this grid button and change it to columns, and after changing it to columns, make the count to 12, the color to white as 10%, and the type to center, the width to 75, and the gutter to 15. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna repeat all the process, right? First, you have to follow along with me what I'm doing, right? So just see carefully. First, I'm going to click on this plus button, right? So you'll be having these tiny boxes which is not visible for now. Okay, layout grid, click on the layout grid button, then go to this layout grid settings and make this grid to columns, right? And make the count from 5 to 12, which is the common count, right? 12 is the common count and the default count, we can say. And we have the color, so make the color as white fully, right? F6 times for 10%, and make the type for center, and make the width for 75, and make the gutter for 15. Correct? Layout grid is not so difficult thing. It's a normal thing to keep the things properly in an order, right? Now the fourth step we have is to make the nav bar. Now we will put the logo and make the nav bar. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to give you a Figma file. You guys have to access it, of course. Let me share it with you all. Right, copy link, and I'm going to give you all. Correct. Here's the Figma file, and in this Figma file, you have all the elements. You have the logo. You have all the information. Right. So two people have already accessed it, give like taken the access for it. Now you guys have to select the logo for it, right? And keep the logo here. Everybody, I'm not gonna repeat it. Just do it quickly, like as you are quick already. So now you have to put the logo here. See, as we made the grid layout, we have this line here. So stick the logo in the line. This should be the space, right? And to make the nav bar, what we can do is, here's the information for the nav bar. The text size for a nav bar should be 20. The font style is roboto and the font weight is semi bold. First you guys have to select the T. Here's the T option, and make a text box. Write this, first of all, let me tell you guys that you don't have to put all these things again and again. I'm going to show you guys. Let me delete this nav bar. I'm gonna select this text box here, and I'm gonna write here home, and here is the auto width, right? Just click here. And if you want to copy these things with the same width and height, what we can do is, see, we can click alt here. See, alt, and this will be copied. Click alt again, click alt again, once again, and we are done with it. And stick your elements to the right side grid layout. Right, we have this element which should be contact us. Let me do undo for this, and this should be the final result. You if just firstly fill all the information of the nav bar, right? Fill all the information of the nav bar and make the home first, and click alt for 4 times, and write here about us, then services, then blog, then contact us, right? Next step, which is also the most easy step, I could say. Now let's put the image of the camera. Okay, so to put the image of the camera, just stick the camera in this grid that we made, the right side. Okay, so stick this camera image to the right side by leaving some spaces. Manjunath is asking how to add your shared images. Okay, you have to select the image, and you have to click Control C or Command C, and you have to paste it in your Figma files. It's quite easy, like, you can just copy my elements and paste it in your Figma file. Are you done? Are you cleared with the doubt? Okay, now after putting the image of the camera, we have to make this hero title, right? So this should be the hero title. The text says graphics and illustration world. Put this text in your hero title, and here's the information for hero title, which is the text size should be 87. The font style should be outfit, like the font family should be outfit, and the font weight should be bold. And just stick this all to the left side, right? Stick all of these to the left side, and this will be your final look. Now let's put the hero subtitle in it. So I'm gonna copy the text of the hero subtitle. See here is the text for the hero subtitle, and the information is actually not much. The text, let's say, the text size is 19, the font is regular white, and the font style is roboto. So now we are moving forward, right? So the next thing we have is to put the button. So basically here is the information of the button. Let me go to all elements. If you see all elements that I've given you, you'll be having this button information. Check that information. In that information, the button, first of all, you have to create a rectangle. See, this is the rectangle, and you have to curve the borders, which is with the help of corner radius 100. The corner radius should be 100. So all the borders should be will be curved, and keep this and make a text box and write here buy now with the outfit font style with the semi bold and the size of 20 and the color of black, right? And also, if you want to see your final result, that select your desktop and you can click here, click on the I button. The grid will be closed, not closed, but it will be removed for a while. You can click here, see. Now to make the about us page, we have this about us page. Now what we'll do is, the quick thing to do this is, first of all, um, select all these things and make a group out of it by clicking Ctrl G. To make the group, we have to click Ctrl plus, just a minute, you have to click Ctrl plus G to make a group. Select all the elements, hero title, hero subtitle, button, image, and click Ctrl G. So your group will be made, and copy that group, or click Alt to the group and see like this. I am clicking Alt and I have one more duplicate of it. Remove this and then just change the change the text, which is unveiling creativity belongs site. See, this will be the text for the second about us page, and put the same text here also because we are just making a practice project. And just change the button to view our pricing. Quickly everybody, only 1 minute to all of you to do this, only 1 minute and not more than that. And keep your image here, okay? Stick that image here, okay? Right? Okay guys, we are moving forward, and let's go with our next thing, which is to make the testimonials section, right? So just ignore these uh, two testimonials, it will not take any time. So what you can do is select this text and click alt or copy this text and paste here, and change the color, okay? Change the color to the button. Now let me teach you all how to make this, right? How to make this. Basically I'm gonna delete this, like 1 2 and 3. So first what we'll do is we'll create a rectangle and we'll curve the borders with the help of corner radius for 20 pixels. And after doing that, see, we have this image, no problem, let me keep it aside. We have this circle that we made, normal circle that we made. And after that we have this Amina S. You have to mention your name. Example, it's Alam. So you have to mention Alam in it. Okay, any name you could mention. It's Roha, so you have to mention Roha in it. Right? And then I have already given you all this default text in the all elements option, and set this rectangle's color to this hex color code that I'm giving you all. Right? This is the hex color code. Check that and paste there. And then I have already given you this normal icon or element here. You just have to keep it here. And now the main thing arrives. You have to group all of these. See, I am selecting this, and this. Just a minute, let me keep it aside. I am selecting this, then this. Okay, just a minute. First rectangle, then text, then hero title, then this. And I'm gonna do alt, and this will be quickly done one time. and the second time. So it's done for 3 times, right? It's quite easy. And then you have to put this whole icon here, and you have to do the same process: 1, 2, and 3, right? So our testimonials part is completely done. Just make it one. First time, if you make it completely done, then just do alt for 2 times. No need to make it for 3 times, right? When it comes to the contact us page, everybody, so what we have to do is select this testimonials and click alt or copy this and just keep it here and write here contact us and make this contact us size to 60, right? From 87 you have to write here 60, and of course you have to keep it here. Let me show you the grid of it, right? How does it look along with the grid? You have to stick your contact us option here in the left side, and then you have to make a text box, and you have to go with this Poppins font style, and you have to write here send us a message, and you have to keep your size as 36, okay, and make this color as white but with 66% of, we could say, opacity, or 66% of whiteness, we could say, right? Are you guys cleared with what I said just right now? I'm not gonna repeat it. So you guys have to pay attention for it, and if you have any doubts, just ask me quickly. First do these two things, and after doing this, you have to make a rectangle and you have to curve the borders to 20, and you have to go with the inter font. You have to make a text box. You have to write your full name with the inter font style with the font weight of 24, and you have to keep it in middle and not in the left side. And yeah, you have to keep the color as black but with the 50% of blackness, okay? Same with the email, same with the your message, but the box should be big, and button should be also the same as above buttons. Just keep this corner as 13, and also just copy these all things as you did in your contact us page, same as sitemap, okay? And keep your logo here, keep the number and all here, just some common things. And after you are done with the contact us page, what we can do is I'm gonna teach you all how to make these kind of circles and how to make these kind of beautiful shadows, right? Okay, so let me teach you all. First you have to make a circle, right? After making a circle, you guys have to give the color to this. Make a circle and give the color to this, okay? This baby purple. And after that, choose click on effects and choose layer blur, and go to the effect settings and keep the blur to 300, right? And keep it here, okay? Keep it here, it will be easy for you. Repeat these all things with these circles, right? See, let me show you. We have this. I'm giving you some of the color hex color codes, right? This will be the color